it's gonna be the biggest car I've ever driven, so, or truck, I guess I've ever driven. So I'm excited. What's going on, guys? So we are doing something I've never done before. I am in Michigan for the very first time, and I'm going on a road trip. I got my boys with me, Jay and Dom, and today we are going to see what it's like to do a road trip with an EV, an electric vehicle. I know there are a lot of people who think it can't be done. You'll need to charge a bunch of times, you'll run out of battery. Well, today we're going to be testing that out. We got this gigantic EV over here. This is the Ford F-150 Lightning, and I'm excited because this is the biggest thing I've ever driven that's not like a U-Haul truck. So while we're here in the great state of Michigan, we're going to be getting very familiar with their EV charging ecosystem. And it's actually been pretty interesting to see how far this place that's known for putting the world on wheels has come in terms of EVs and mobile tech. We had some pretty awesome sites that we wanted to check out while we were here, but the big goal is to see some of the futuristic tech that's being developed here in Michigan and how it can potentially change everything. This car probably makes me look tiny, doesn't it? It's just a gigantic car. It's not me. I'm not short or anything. It's hot?
It's high.
Oh, it's high, right? Look at that. Go ahead, you gotta use that step. Yeah, use it, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah, you think you're so tall, huh? And I was super pumped to try it out. It was my first time ever driving in a pickup truck, and I'm not mad that this one is gonna be my first experience. It's actually packed with a ton of awesome features, more space than I could process, and it's actually got a pretty fluid interface. Not to mention, this thing is fast. Yo, it's kind of crazy to be in like a pickup truck like this and not hear the engine. See, me personally, I enjoy that part of like electric vehicles. I don't care for engine sound. It's never been a thing for me personally, but a nice, smooth, quiet ride, I can get behind that. All right, we got a full charge. Right now we got 303 miles of range. Not bad. So we're thinking this can go down for this table part. Oh, it's motorized. And then you pop this open. Oh, okay, desk setup. Right here, we got our desk. This is awesome. You know, it's crazy. We were joking at first about using this to do some work, but it's 2 p.m. and we got to get some work done. So this is actually turning out to be really useful and convenient. So we're gonna knock out some work and then see what Traverse City has to offer. All right, so it looks like we're getting closer to the Lighthouse. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the drive. This has been super smooth. Like I said, I'm a fan of like these smooth EV rides, and this one is checking all the boxes for me. Now, how do we get to the Lighthouse exactly? All right, you guys, so we made it to Mission Point Lighthouse. There it goes. So the lighthouse was cool. I enjoyed the lighthouse. Now there's like a winery nearby. There's like a few, actually. There's so many different ones, but there's one that we want to go to in particular, check it out, and then maybe we head over to our hotel.
Battery life.
Battery, so we had 100%. Now we're at 91. I don't even think we'll need to charge or anything anytime soon. We made a pit stop to this awesome winery called Chateau Chantal. And obviously we couldn't drink because we were doing this road trip, but we heard there were some amazing views around it. So we took a second to do what we do with our cameras and the F-150 Lightning. We ended our day taking in some more sights from Traverse City, and I gotta say, it's one of the most relaxing places I've been in a long time. And if you're into wine and wineries, they've got a lot of options. But we got to our hotel, the Delamar, after driving all day, grabbed some dinner, and called it a night since we had a pretty early trip to start the morning. All right, guys, so early morning, we are about to hit the road, but we got some suitcases here that we want to throw into the front. That's wild. Now we're headed to Arbor. It's like a 4-hour drive, and that's where we're really gonna see how the battery holds up and if we need any chargers along the way. Let's get to it, fellas. Oh, that's crazy. Our hotel has like chargers built right there. So we've got Tesla chargers built right into the this little charging station that they've got. Now, what's great about EVs today is that they can make it really easy to find charging locations near you. Right through the car's interface, you can find close options, you can filter them based on how fast you want to charge your car, or you can even pick the charging network that you like. Now, one might think a place like Michigan might not have many options because, so many people here love their standard cars, but there were tons of charging solutions here, and it kind of opened my eyes to just how connected this place actually is. So we have a 1:30 meeting. Currently, we should arrive to our destination at 1:30, or at least 1:19 based on this thing. But that's not factoring the fact that we're going to be charging. That means we're going to need to hopefully get the fastest charger available, see if we could juice up really quickly. I don't want to be late for that meeting. But we're gonna actually plan this out a little bit, you guys. We're gonna find a charger that's along the way that's like one of the fastest chargers, so we can get some juice before we get to our destination. Let's go ahead and add it as a waypoint so we at least know when we get close to it. The road trip continues. I've got some learnings. Road trips are long. They're long and unforgiving.
Meyer. Arriving at Electrify America. Meyer on the left.
All right, boom, we're here. They have Electrify America, Tesla chargers. They've got all kinds. All right, so we just made it to an Electrify America charger up to 350 kilowatts. So that's really fast, you guys. So I expect that we're gonna be able to juice up pretty quickly here. And boom, it's initiating the charging. And what's nice is you can see your session here, so how much it's going to charge you, as well as how many kilowatts you're getting. So no surprises, you see everything you need right here, and let's continue. So we've been charging for about what, 26 minutes or so? We're at 60%, you guys. I feel like that's gonna be good enough to get us to where we need to go. Actually, let's check on the GPS, because usually on the EVs, you're able to put in your destination and it'll show you how much charge you'll have left at the end of the trip. All right, cool. So we are gonna have more than enough to get to where we need to go. So we're good. Dom, you taking over, buddy?
All right.
Dom's gonna get to drive the truck for a bit. I mean, that's what road trips are about, right? People taking turns and having fun like that. Yeah. All right, so since Dom's taking over, I gotta do some work. We got some new tech to check out. Oh snap, Jay, you got snacks?
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, this road trip's looking up and up and up. You have your license, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we are pretty much here, Dom. Let's go. Did that. But after we do this, we are going to have to jump in and probably charge up again. All right, guys, so we just got to our destination. So right now we are currently at M-City at the University of Michigan, and we've got some really cool stuff that we're going to be checking out today. And we're gonna start off in this guy, a shuttle with no driver. Okay guys, so this place was mind-blowing. I saw so much of the tech of the future, and it's being developed right here. So we took our autonomous bus ride over to M-City, which is a facility that's made to replicate both urban and suburban environments, and is packed with state-of-the-art sensors and tools so they can teach vehicles like this bus how to navigate the real world and deal with real-world scenarios. So the AI that'll be used in autonomous cars in the future might very well be using data acquired here. I also got a chance to hear about the plans to install EV charging pads within the roads of M-City, and this is the kind of tech that I feel like can change the world. Can you imagine basically wireless chargers for electric vehicles being built into our roads so that when you drive, you're also getting charged? This is the kind of stuff that they're working on here, and the potential is insane. We finished off our tour checking out some of the amazing work that the students of the University of Michigan were involved in, like this solar car that I was able to actually jump into, which was used to race across Australia, along with some other really cool electric race vehicles like motorcycles, actual electric race cars, all built by the hands of the students. So we had a really great time at the University of Michigan, and I'm not gonna lie, while I think all of this stuff will eventually make its way around the world at some point, Michigan's getting it first, and I'm low-key jealous that all of this tech is going to be sprouting here before it makes its way to the rest of us. All right, so we just wrapped up our tour. Some real mind-blowing stuff, but time to continue the road trip. We are headed back inside of this guy, and we're headed to our hotel. And then we're gonna do dinner. Then tomorrow we're gonna be on the road again. It's just, it continues, baby. All right, so we did do some damage on our battery. Now we gotta head to Detroit. So I feel like I wanna charge up a little bit. Let's see which one has it closer. Okay, up to 100 kilowatts. We could do the one that's only 1.6 miles away.
Turn left on South Mobility Circle, then take the first right.
Yeah. And a 9-minute trip to a charger feels no different than trying to find a gas station. And that's kind of what assures me that we're getting closer and closer to the typical fuel up experience that we see with the everyday car. But after fueling up, we had to make it to our hotel in Detroit, say goodbye to our dear F-150, but we swapped that bad boy out for the new Ford Mach-E. So this is going to be our ride while driving around the city of Detroit, and man, it was pretty fun. All right, guys, so we just spent a little bit of time with the Mach-E, but we are jumping into this cool spot called UrAvg, where there's like a lot of cool tech innovation stuff happening. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. So UrAvg was basically a home to these awesome tech startups, from makers of an all-electric RV, autonomous wheels that can be placed under anything, electric bikes that actually look like a regular good-looking bicycle, and there is a ton of awesome stuff being created here. I also got a chance to meet the founders of Black Tech Saturdays, and they're doing some amazing work by bringing Black tech lovers, coders, engineers, and more from the Detroit area together to support them with some amazing opportunities and resources to expand their passions. Obviously, this stands out to me because I'm their exact demographic, and if you happen to be too and live in the Detroit area, I highly suggest checking them out. If there's any place for a tech lover to be in Detroit, this is definitely one of them. UrAvg was an awesome place to cap off our trip and time in Michigan, and I mentioned it earlier, but I'm still a little jealous at how tech focused they are over here compared to how it is for me back home. And with all of this awesome stuff happening at UrAvg, it's actually just the first operational building on the Michigan Central campus. This area is going to have a lot going on soon. It's being redeveloped into this technology research and development hub that's bringing in all kinds of startups and tech developers from all over the world to help build the latest tech. So I'm walking away from this whole experience feeling like road trips in an electric vehicle are absolutely possible. Michigan had more than enough chargers that anytime we took a peek at how far the next one was, we could find one just a few minutes away. And the charging networks are only growing, so finding a charger should get even easier in the future, as well as getting faster. So if you're doing a road trip, chances are you're probably gonna have your route planned, and factoring in a stop or two to charge, especially at a fast charger, doesn't sound like a big undertaking to me. Would I do this again? Absolutely. All right, y'all. We have officially dropped off our Mach-E. We're ready to go home now, I guess. Road trip is complete. We went all the way from Traverse City to Ann Arbor to here in Detroit. And we're about to get on a shuttle to the airport. And that concludes all of our driving, seeing Michigan and all of the cool tech that they're innovating with and bringing to us regular folk. And it's pretty cool to see how Michigan is doing so much in terms of going the electric route. So if you guys are interested, I'll have more information and links in the description. Maybe that's our shuttle, but we'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. Maybe we just road trip all the way home with this thing. Nah, planes are calling. Time to go home.